Hello and welcome to the tutorial. We have put together this video to help you identify some of the land use types that we'll be looking for in this project. So there are 4 tasks at hand. The first one is to identify informal businesses or industries. The second one is to identify backyard informal housing. Thirdly, we would like to ask you to identify formal housing. And then lastly, on number 4, to identify formal industries. We have selected a few images just to show you how these things look like so that you're able to identify these differences when you do the classification. The first task concerns identifying informal businesses. Related to that, on the 4th task, you would also be required to identify formal businesses or industries. So this picture here shows you the major differences. As you can see on the left here, informal businesses, they don't take any particular shape, any particular regular pattern. The structures are usually very small as compared to these formalized industries on the right here. Here you cannot see any tarred or paved roads in areas around informal businesses, whereas for formal businesses you can clearly identify these roads. So this is one way that you can use to identify informal businesses and formal industries. Secondly, you will be asked to identify backyard informal housing as well as formal housing. So these 2 pictures are the same, but the only difference being that the picture on the right does not have too many backyard informal structures as compared to the picture on the left here. This is the same picture, but on the left here you can identify a lot of informal backyard structures, which is another kind of informality that we are looking for. Here you can only see these formalized but low income residential areas. So these are the major differences. We've also included additional pictures just to clearly show this difference. As you can see here, these are high income formal residential areas, but they do have backyard informal structures all over the place. As you can see here, you can actually see that these areas are pegged, they are overcrowded, they've got high population due to these numerous backyard structures. We look at the other picture, it's the same area, but now all these backyard structures are absent. So this would be formal housing without any backyard structures, whilst that previous picture would be formal housing with backyard structures. You may also be interested to know the difference between low and high income formal housing areas, although there isn't any task that specifically asks that. So your high income formal housing areas on the right and your low income formal housing areas. The low income formal housing areas are usually pegged in close proximity to each other, and there isn't a lot of vegetation when compared to high income formal areas. You see there's a sparse distribution of these houses and there's lots of vegetation. It's not a specific task within the project, but you may be interested to know what is the difference between low income and high income formal housing.